Day one in the stands. Today I'm in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, and in the next few days I'm going to be going to Kazakhstan and then finally Uzbekistan. Those are 3 of the 7 stands in the world, and each one of the stands I'm visiting was formerly part of the USSR, just like a lot of countries in Eastern Europe as well. So Kyrgyzstan is definitely not one of the more popular tourist places, so it should be interesting to see what they have around. Obviously Kyrgyzstan has some quite strong links with Russia, but there's definitely quite a few differences here. First one being, the people here are Asian in appearance, though there are quite a few people that appear to be of Russian descent. Also, there's definitely a lot more poverty, and people here are a lot more courteous when they're driving. They actually stop for you to cross the road. Behind me is Alatu Square. That's the most famous attraction in Bishkek. It was created in 1984 as the 60th anniversary of the Kyrgyzstan Socialist Republic, and originally it had a statue of Lenin up there, but obviously that got taken down when the country became independent. And that big building right up the back there, that's the State History Museum. I've been a bit surprised by Bishkek. It's a little bit more green than I expected. There's quite a few parks around, and it's definitely more developed than I thought as well. There's quite a few different shopping malls which are really modern. But in saying that, there's still not a lot to do here. So I'm going to head to probably what's the one of 2 tourist attractions here other than Alatu Square, and that's the Osh Bazaar. Stand number 2, just got into Almaty, Kazakhstan today, so I'm going to be here for the next few days, and behind me that's just the train station, just arranging my next journey onto Uzbekistan on Monday, and that's going to be a 16-hour train journey, so that should be a fun one. It was pretty easy getting here from Kyrgyzstan. It's actually surprisingly easy to get around there by bus. There's no problem at all with the airport into the city, and then today to Almaty. It's just a minibus that you get, and there's no set timetable. You can't just go there and when it's full they leave. So pretty hassle free. The border wasn't too bad. There's just a bunch of school kids in the line I picked, so it took forever. But once we got there, just stamped my passport and got through, no hassles at all. Just off to the expo now for the Almaty Marathon, and I'll pick up my bid number there. Day before the marathon, not doing too much today. Seems like Tashkent, there's not a whole lot to do in Almaty, in the actual city itself. It's very green and there's lots of really nice parks, but not that many attractions around, though outside the city there is quite a bit. So the drive-in was pretty spectacular. You can't really see it today, it was so gloomy, but there's mountains surrounding the city, and this time of year there's a lot of snow on them, so it looks pretty spectacular. And snowboarding is actually quite popular here as well, and they have the highest ice skating rink in the world just outside the city too. Okay, marathon number 17 this year. This is in Almaty, Kazakhstan. So today I've decided to go the exact opposite of last week, go for lightweight. So we're going for fastest marathon wearing flip-flops. If you'd like to see that race vlog from yesterday, just click in the top right hand corner and you can see it there. So the plan for today, first thing is try to find a shop class. I couldn't find one in Kyrgyzstan, so hopefully I can find one here, but I've had trouble finding any souvenir stores at all, so I'm going to head to the tourist information place first, but I have heard that there's a few in some shopping centres, so I'll have a look around for those and then see what to do after then. Go up the cable car to Koktobay. Fortunately it's really overcast like it has been every day since I've been in Kazakhstan, but even though I can't see the mountains from here, I'm hoping when we get up there I might be able to see down the city and have a semi-decent view. Much unfortunately. There is an upside down house there. You can see the upside down wheelie bin. There's a car and there's a bike in the corner. You can't quite see it either. I didn't realise this is kind of like a small amusement park as well. It's not a roller coaster, they're called what? Fast coaster, which you could see in the track down the hill there. And yeah, you got some little carts you can ride around there and a little train which goes around. Unfortunately the fog didn't lift, but there's a few other things to see out there. So initially I thought it would be just a view, but it's interesting to see the upside down house and the beetle statue and the little zoo they had there. So a few other things to have a look around at. I bumped into a few guys from the marathon yesterday. One of them's a local and he was saying that apparently the beetles were huge here, and yeah, that's the reason for the statue. And also the apple is the symbol of the city, so apparently Alma means apple, and I think he said the last two letters TY just mean multiple apples. So yeah, it's good to find out a little bit more about Kazakhstan from him. I've got a couple hours to kill now, and then I've got to head to the train station and grab my bags on the way from the hotel, which is pretty close, and then a 16-hour train journey to Tashkent. Alright, my final stand, Uzbekistan. Train journey wasn't too bad actually. It's fairly nice inside. It was packed from Almaty, but I'm not sure where everyone got off because for some reason they never have any signs at the stations to tell you what station, but somewhere before the border of Uzbekistan, pretty much the whole train got off and there's only a handful of people on there. So it's kind of funny at the border because there was only a handful of us. There's more security people who seem to be the army. They were having a chat with us, and one of the guys on the train, he's I don't know how you say, Aikido, the martial art. He's an instructor, so he was he's telling the army guys how to do it, and he's getting one of them to put him in a headlock. Alrighty, so I just got to try and find my way to the hotel now. It's really close, but it's the other side of the train tracks, and it seems really difficult to get there, so we'll see how we go. So things pretty much went downhill as soon as I got into Tashkent. It seems like they don't want you to spend any money here. I tried to exchange my euros, but they wouldn't do it because there was a tiny rip in one of the notes. And bank machines only work for local cards. Then I went to the bank and still you can't withdraw any cash. You have to either withdraw US dollars from them and then get it changed into Uzbek som, so pretty much they screw you over twice. I tried to exchange the euros again, and they tried to charge me an additional 5% because there's a tiny rip in it. So I don't get why some countries have an issue with ripped notes. But in the end, there's a handful of like 5-star hotels which do have ATMs where you can just directly take out some, but they charge you 4%, so you get screwed no matter what. But that's what I did in the end. It's a bit of a mission. I was going all over the place trying to get some money because the hotel only takes cash as well. So that went okay until about an hour after I checked in, and the manager came and said because I had a twin room, even though I booked a private twin room, he said you have to either share it or you have to pay for like double. So in the end, I talked to booking.com. They agreed, like I shouldn't have had to pay double, but the hotel was giving no other option, so they said just pay for it and we'll refund you. But it doesn't seem like there's too much to do here in Tashkent. I'm going to see the TV tower, which you would have seen a clip of on the way in, and there's a bazaar as well. But it seems like really spread out, and I'm going to see those tomorrow because I'm hoping it might clear up a bit and I can actually see something from the tower. But I think the past week it's just been cloudy wherever I've been, so I'm not holding my breath. The sun's actually out today. I'm going to go get the metro out to the Tashkent Tower. Where'd that sun go? Underground for 10 minutes and it's gone already. Alright, so Uzbekistan's back on my good side for now. When I was getting on the train, there's 2 different train lines where I was. So like a changeover station. So I was at the wrong one. I was looking at the map trying to work out where the other line was, and I asked some lady or pointed at the map because we couldn't communicate, and she like pointed that it was down the stairs. So she walked down the stairs with me. I thought she was getting the same train. So we walked along. It took a few minutes to get there. Walked down there, there was a train sitting there, and she asked someone, and still motioned, yep, that's the right train for you. And then she left and walked back up the stairs. So she went all the way down there just to make sure I got in the right train, which was really nice. But almost at the tower now. There we go. So they got some other towers here which are similar. So Empire State Building there, and CN Tower in Canada there. And a few other ones over there. But they don't have this one to compare it, which doesn't seem to make any sense. I was very wrong when I thought it was going to be a nice sunny day today. You can have a quick look around Chorsu Market, which might be Tashkent's only second tourist attraction. Not sure how long I'll spend here though, because it looks like it's all outdoors and it's starting to rain again. I just showed about 10 people my passport. It seems like there's not enough jobs here, so they're just trying to make them to get people to do stuff, and they still would like duplicate everything. But this is the end of the stands journey. So I'm going to Antwerp now via Istanbul for about the 5th time this year. So it was interesting. Like Kazakhstan was a lot more developed than I thought, and Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, I'm going to say pretty much what I expected. So yeah, definitely interesting to see somewhere a bit different, but looking forward to getting to Belgium as well.